Hello, my name is Kate Hartman, and today we will explore organizational culture. Hopefully this information will provide a foundation for improving performance in your organization. Our course is Principles of Management, and this lesson, Understanding Organizational Culture. Our primary text is Organizational Behavior, but we're also utilizing a secondary text for this lesson, Cultures and Organizations. Organizational culture is a system of shared meaning held by members that distinguishes the organization from other organizations. Cultures are built upon core values, so organizational core values are the primary dominant values that are accepted throughout the organization. Organizational cultures are not the same thing as national cultures. National cultures are held by individuals within a national setup. They have formed through early life experiences, they're deeply embedded, and they contain most of a person's value system. Organizational cultures, on the other hand, form as people join organizations, usually as adults, so they're more superficial. They consist mainly of organizational practices. Organizational culture, though, is a descriptive term. It's not an evaluative term. It simply says this is how employees perceive organizational characteristics. There are 7 organizational cultural dimensions. Cultural dimensions are always on a continuum. They're an index with a high end and a low end. Each of the 7 dimensions is its own continuum. So when we look at how an organization is toward the high or low end on each of these dimensions individually, we add those all together, then we get an understanding of the characteristics of that organization as far as its culture is concerned. So there are 7 dimensions. They are innovation and risk-taking, attention to detail, outcome orientation, people orientation, team orientation, aggressiveness, and stability. Values communicate through stories, rituals, symbols, and language. As managers, we on purpose are going to want to strengthen organizational culture. And so we're going to use these techniques. As we do so, we will help to distinguish our organization. We will impart identity to our reports. We will impart vision, buy-in, capacity. We will heighten focus. We will strengthen social identification, and we will impact attitudes and behaviors. We want to remember that our employees have psychological needs and they have sociological needs. And culture will help to meet sociological needs if our employees are good fits within our organizations. Remember, there are 7 dimensions. Let's look at each of them. Innovation and risk-taking asks, are employees encouraged to be innovative and take risks, or are they encouraged to play it safe? Attention to detail says, employees are expected to exhibit precision, analysis, and attention to detail. The question then is, are we interested mainly in the big idea, or are we interested in the tiny specifics that build up the main idea? When we look at outcome orientation, we ask, does management focus on results and outcomes, or on techniques and processes used to achieve them? Is it more important to get the right result, or is it more important to get the result in the right way? People orientation asks, in decision-making, does management take into consideration the effect of outcomes on people within the organization? Are we interested in the well-being and the development of the people within our organization, or are other things more important to our organization? With team orientation, we want to know, are work activities organized around teams or individuals mainly? Very high in team orientation will mean every activity is organized around teamwork. Aggressiveness asks, are people aggressive and competitive or easygoing? Are we more interested in quality of life within our organization, or are we more interested in getting ahead? Stability says, do organizational activities emphasize maintaining the status quo or growth? So organizational culture is a system of shared meaning held by members that distinguishes the organization from other organizations. We want to build within our organization organizational values, which we understand through organizational culture. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.